All right, so this is part 2 of the video. If you want to see the controller video or the video of the props on the yard, check out those links. But so the show's over, so I'm running out of daylight, I don't have a lot of time, so no cool intros. But anyways, I'm Jared with Splendor Lights, and we're gonna do a walkthrough of the props on the house and how they're mounted and all that stuff. All right, so we're gonna start on the left-hand side over here. So over here on the left-hand side of the house, is above the garage over here, I have my permanent lights. And those run to my DigQuad controller, and there's more info about that in the other video, but it's on the side of the house over there. And then around the garage, I have all these lights, and this is all, I'm sorry, I should start back here. So I have all these up here, and they're in Permatrack that you get from Dr. Z's, and you can get them from Permatrack website. But that's what I got up here. It's all 2-inch spacing for the permanent lights, and it goes on here, it goes on my eaves, and there's an eave back there. You can't see it, but there's 4 of them basically. And then around the trim, around the doors and windows and stuff, is all YPS track I got from Your Pixel store. And then I got all these cool little connectors to make it look good, and it's all metal track. When I really like this because you can't see the wires and it hides everything really nice. But I had to build these spacers to space it off, because up here I got this like styrofoam trim, and it's only on the top. They didn't do it down the sides over here, so I have to make spacers. But the trim runs all the way across, and it runs down, and the wire comes out here, and then it goes all the way back to my controller. And I don't know, it's like about 25 feet probably, something like that. And I have one wire connected to one port just for this, and no power injection or anything for this, and it works perfectly. And then up here we also have the outdoor speakers for people that are listening and they're not in their car. And then on the garage, I got this spinner, and I got this Snow Queen Ice Flake from both of these. All my props are all from Boscoyo, but these are both mounted using, these just pop off. So if I go on, grab on this guy and pop him off, it's just magnetized to the garage. It's really actually pretty cool. And on the back side, I got these magnet things. You can see them right here. And I got those from Matos Designs, and they just go in the prop, and then they magnetize right on the garage. So it's got to pick it back up and put it on here like that, and then straighten it out and make sure that it works good. And then on the prop, I had these stickers made. One of my buddies has a sign shop, and he made me these stickers, and I stuck them on the Coro, so they look like they're 3D from far away. They're really, really nice. Same thing with this guy over here. It's on the magnets from Matos. It's got the sticker from the sign shop, and then we cut it out, and then I made all the holes in the sticker for all the different LED lights. Same thing on this one. It's got its own line. It's got its own line here going back to the controller, and now those lines go over here, and then they've run under that little strip right there so nobody trips on them, and they go on here and they go back over here to the controller. All right, and over here by the door, I got 3 trim pieces here. I got this one that goes around, same thing, it's the YPS track, goes down here, and then it comes out here. These are all 1-inch spacing, and it goes under here and it runs across. And then I have another line that comes over here, runs down here, and it goes in, and it goes up along this guy, over across here and down. And then you see it comes up here, and it goes over to my door, and it goes around my window frame like this. Oh no, I'm sorry, it goes up this side first. It goes up this side, and then it goes over here, and it goes down. And then it goes over, and then that's it. And that's the end of that one. So each one of those, these 2 are connected on the same port, because I didn't want to run 2 lines, but they're using I'm using all the Your Pixel store. Hey, there I am again. I'm using the Your Pixel store pixels, the new and improved one, the yellow PCB boards on them, and I'm pretty confident in these pixels. They're really, really good. I haven't had any problems with them at all yet. So that's how that is. And then on this wall also I have this snowflake, and the snowflake has those same magnetic Matos things here up here. But what happened was they used to be on the door last year and I was magnetizing them up there, but this year all I did was I just put hot glue on them and stuck them on the rocks. Hot glue works awesome, and they didn't have any problems at all with any of the wind or the rain or anything. It was really, really good. And that snowflake has its own line that runs all the way down the wall over here and then goes long and it goes up to the controller. And then above that guy, I have this is my main singing tree. This is like, if you're watching one of my sequences, this is the main singer. So, you know, if whoever's the main singer is, that's gonna be on this tree typically. And this one is actually got these little standoffs that I bought off of Amazon, and they're actually made for glass, hanging glass on your wall. Like, I don't know, I'll show you guys on an Amazon link what they are, and I painted them, the caps to them green, and I screwed them to the wood. Originally I had him hanging up there. He was hanging up there with PVC behind him, and he just kept flopping around. And last year, like 3 times he fell off here, which is really annoying. And then, you know, getting him off when I was all by myself, if a pixel goes out or something, is really a pain in the butt. And you can see I got the wire all tucked in all nice, and the wire tucks in, it runs over here behind the rocks, and then it kind of goes behind my gutter, and then it comes out down the line down here, and then runs all the way over here. Again, one single straight line, no power injection, anything like that for him. Now we're gonna step over here to the plants and back up a little, here we go. And then there's more of my permanent lights along the edges. And I got the same snowflake hot glued up there. And this snowflake is after this tree on one line. And this tree is hung up. He's actually on a hanger. And then he's got 2 guy wires holding him down to keep him from flapping in the wind. And this did really good this year. Last year he fell off, but this year he did as strong as can be. So I just got this PVC frame that's behind him, and it just looks like that, like the ones in the yard. He has a PVC frame behind him. And you can see the little screws in there that he's got, and that's what he's hanging by, is a PVC frame. And I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me see. Oh yeah, I can. You can see up there, I got a little roof tie thing up there, and that's what he's tied into. And then over here around the window, same thing. I got the YPS track, and it comes up from the controller, and then it goes left, and it goes up, and it goes across, and then it comes down, and then it goes over to the middle, and then it goes up, and it ends right there. And that's on its own line right here, and it goes back to the controller. Same thing. I didn't have any spacers for this one, and it just looks really clean because you can't see any of the wires. Last year I had PVC up here, like what's on the ground over here, and I'll show you that in a minute, but you can see all the wires, just like I had trash hanging all over my house, and I wasn't a big fan of that. So, and then this snowflake right here is daisy chained after this singing vase. And same mount, that one's hot glued up there. And then this one over here, actually on this one I have a PVC frame, and then I have these little clips that I 3D printed, and then I just snap him in here. And he hasn't had any problems at all because he's kind of in this covey over here and he doesn't get as much wind or anything. And this thing's solid. It hasn't had any problems at all. And this spinner, same thing as the green one on the other side. Had a sticker put on it so it looks like it's 3D. It's kind of cool. And then this one is just hot glued up here. I gotta do a better job. I gotta put some mounts up for this one, but he's just hot glued up there with those same Matos spacers. Now I'm gonna not use the Mato ones next year. I'm gonna, just because they're expensive, I could use them somewhere else. But that's it for all the props on the house. And like I said, this one has its own run back here, and then the tree has its own run that goes down here, and then it goes to that guy over there. I hit the button or something. I don't know what I did. But anyways, it runs down here and then goes to my controller and all the wires. I just try to hide them the best that I can. There's not a lot I can do for it. But that's it on the props on the outside of the house. If there's any questions, hit me up. Let me know.